Hello and welcome everyone to another InventRight TV show. My name is Andrew Krause. I'm one of the co-founders here at InventRight. You are in the right place if you want to learn how to invent something. What I am going to show you is the ultimate way to invent something. This is how professionals are taught to invent. Most inventors do not invent this way. Most inventors randomly come up with ideas, which is perfectly fine if that's your creative process. But for those of you that are already creative or not creative and want to learn how to invent something, this is the better way to do it. So definitely try this at least once or twice, and I think you'll never go back. So we're here on Google. I'm going to show you how to do a Google search and how to study a broader category than a micro category. So for instance, you can study all the kitchen accessories and then study something more specific and then invent with the marketplace in mind. At this point, you have no invention whatsoever, and that's totally okay. You're going to get all this visual stimulation on Google, and this is a much better way to invent that will dramatically increase your chances of success, especially if you're trying to license the product to some big company, which is what we show you how to do at InventRight here. So I'm going to go ahead and shrink myself down here so I'm not in the way. And we are going to do a search. We're just going to do something really general. So this first search is just something general to kind of look around and figure out what micro category, a smaller category that we want to invent in. So I'm just going to type in kitchen tools. It could be anything, guys. And you see that I searched regular Google. We do not want that. Now we want to click on images to search Google Images, okay? So now you've got all this visual stimulation on different kitchen tools. And if that wasn't working for you, search something slightly different. At this point, we're searching a broad category to look for something smaller that we can become an expert in 1 to 2 hours. So you see up here at the top, it says, stainless steel spatula, aluminum, baking, wood, cast iron, glass. These are different utensils, Teflon. Those are different categories. You could click on those, but we're just going to page down. You see some kitchen utensils here, barbecue spatula, spoon, spaghetti fork spoon thing, whatever the hell that thing is called. And we're going to search down more. I see a colander, a draining device. There's probably a lot of those out there. Over here, I see a measuring cup. We might decide to do measuring cups. When you click on these individual things, you're going to see a picture, and that might link to a blog. It might link to the page where that particular product is sold. These images can be coming from anywhere. Usually they're coming from a website where the product is sold, but you're just looking to get this stimulation. So here you have, some knives and forks and things. It's a kitchen drawer organizer. You're like, man, I don't know. I'm not feeling that. And I'm like, okay, so I searched through here and I decided I like measuring cups. So everybody has a measuring cup. Let's take a look. And now we're not doing a 2-hour look yet. We're just doing a quick look to see if the measuring cup is something that's a micro category we want to study. So let's type in measuring cup. And we see all these measuring cups. And what are we observing? We're seeing glass ones, plastic ones that are larger and they have gradations on them or lines on them. And then we have the ones that are specific sizes that are just cups. We have this OXO one looks interesting. It looks like it measures on an angle here, maybe for additional measurements. And then it's like, okay, well, there's teaspoons and stuff too. Is that a measuring cup? No, it's a measuring spoon, but it's in that general area. I don't know. Why is this one at an angle? What's the advantage of that? Does it pour out easier, more smoothly? I don't know. So you look at all the benefits and features of these different products. You might click through and visit their website. I mean, this one looks like it's on Weight Watchers, and so measuring out your liquids with easy to use angled measuring, cup with grippled handle. Okay, cup with gripped handle. So they're saying it's easy to use. They're claiming that that's easier to use because it's at an angle there. Okay. But we look at all these, and so then we start to go, okay, let me go ahead and expand my picture here. So then we start to go, okay, there's ones over here that do this, and the ones that have these features, and different materials, different price points. And oh, there's some to do this and some to do this, and oh, there's nothing in between. Or maybe there's 8 that are over here, and I just got to do a slight variation because I know those are selling well, so I'll just do a slight variation on those ones that I already know are selling well. So either one of those companies or another company will want to differentiate themselves and have something a little bit different. Maybe you come up with this revolutionary new idea. Maybe the measuring cup could be designed like this or that. But all of this visual stimulation on Google Images is you're studying the micro category of measuring cups. You're understanding all the measuring cups in that space, because I guarantee you, marketing managers at these big companies, they know their products. They know the products that are in that space. So if you don't do this, you're not inventing with the marketplace in mind. You don't want to reach out to a company and they're like, well, that already exists, So when you're doing all this, you have no invention. You're studying the microcategory, and now you're coming up with inventions based on all the products that you know exist. Most inventors do not invent like this. Industrial designers are professional product developers, and they're trained in school to do this. This is not my idea. I mean, I'm getting specifics into Google Images because I think it's one of the greatest places to do this. And you can do this on Amazon as well too. But for industrial products or stuff that's not on Amazon, Google Images is probably a better way to go. But I still like Google Images better than Amazon when you're doing this kind of brainstorming. So now you may come up with something right then, but if you come up with nothing, it's perfectly okay. You're bookmarking all this stuff in your browser, okay? And you're going to walk away. And it may come to you in the shower the next day, 3 days later when you're driving. When you're cooking in the kitchen, you pick up a measuring cup and you have a thought, okay? But that may not. And then if not, you come back to your computer, you look at all these images again, you observe, make the observations you made, because you've written them down. There's these types and these are the main benefits and and such and such. And now you come up with something. Now you may not. And now you study another microcategory and another microcategory, and then something comes to you eventually. I'm not saying that if you do this with one product, and yeah, I know it's kind of an investment to spend an hour and a half studying measuring cups, but man, it's the easiest way to invent. And for most people that are even just slightly creative, this will be enough to get you going. But you might need to work on another product, and then eventually it comes to you. So, but this is the best technique. And what does it do? What's the benefit of this technique? It dramatically increases your chances of success because you've invented with the marketplace in mind. Almost no inventors do this. Okay? So this is the best way to invent. Don't look for lists of inventions or how do I invent this? No. Do this, guys. And I want to remind you guys to take care, keep inventing, and we will catch up with you next time. See you guys. Bye.